Well, hello, Margot. Welcome to Kidney Plugged In.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
You know, you're joining us today here, right outside the BC and Yukon Branch. But what's interesting is it's actually been a journey of almost 5,000 kilometers for you to get here for this interview.
That is true. That is true, just for you and me.
So can you tell us about where you're from and this road trip that's brought you here?
Oh, sure. Okay, so I live in Wakeville, Quebec. It's about 30 minutes outside of Ottawa. So it's really nice to be close to a city and also a different culture, different language. And what brought me here was basically for the past 2.5 years being at home and a little isolated and locked down through this COVID fiasco. People just were biting at the bit to really do something different and get out and get back to doing something they love. So we decided that we would go on a road trip. And what better way than seeing our beautiful Canada?
Wow, so when did this all start off?
Well, we started about the 27th, so we planned on having a trip for about a month. And yeah, we thought we'd put some time and effort into it to really, get a good feel and see what the real vibe was out there. Also have a chance to meet people and talk to people about, boots on the ground, what's really going on, how you feeling, what have you experienced in the past few years and things like that. Yeah.
Sounds terrific. Do you have a final destination or someplace that you wanted to see in particular here on the West Coast?
Well, we have seen a lot of the West Coast. We came through Calgary and we went through the Okanagan Valley and then we ended up in Vancouver Island and then up here through Whistler. And there's so many beautiful landscapes, I can't believe it. But this is actually one of our last stops because our next stop when we head back home, I'll be seeing a medicine man and I'll be back in Fernie to see a friend that does whitewater rafting. But this was a strategic point to come here and thank you, for welcoming me here. I appreciate it.
Well, we're so glad you're stopping by for Plugged In, but there's also another purpose. You're picking up your Baxter supplies for the fact that you're on PD. We're going to talk about the fact that you're dialyzing later, but that's part of what you're doing on this road trip periodically. Is that correct?
That's right. So one of the challenges of being on dialysis is actually planning these trips. I mean, you do have to have your solutions in place. I am on overnight dialysis, so I need my cycler with me. I need a strong man, actually, or a strong person who's going to help me carrying things. So, fortunate, that's fortunate.
You have that with you?
I do. And when you're on dialysis, sometimes your solutions need to change. And so I have to pre-plan an awful lot. And I have to make sure that I've got a variety of different solutions and percentages to react accordingly. So this is the cycler machine. And as you can see, it's quite small. It's very, very small, and it's very easy to work with. So you lift this up. This will give you all the directions. I'll just shut this. Anyways, and you turn it on here, right? And when you open this up here, this is where the cassette goes into. And this gives you all the data that goes into the iCloud so the nurses can see what's going on and make recommendations. This is the cassette that you attach all of your bags to. And it goes into the machine. And it looks really overwhelming for a minute because look at these long wires, these long cords. But it does the trick. And all of these hook into your bags. And honestly, the machine's easy because it prompts you verbally and it gives you a visual as well. These are overnight cycler bags. And they look big and they look overwhelming. But not all of it goes into. This is a 2.5 solution. I've learned to embrace this. As you can see, the way I'm 2.5 solution. And only a half a bag, but I do 2 of these bags, and plus a little one during the day. And so each box here comes with, and this is electrolytes. These are minerals in a perfect formulated balance. There was no way that I could carry 30 days worth in our car. And so I had one delivery sent to a cousin in Calgary. And what was I going to do in the West? And it was actually my partner who suggested that I contact the kidney office. And I thought, what a wonderful idea. What I've learned is that you need people who are sensitive to your plight sometimes to really understand. And here I am today because I need those 10 days worth of solutions to take me home. So merci beaucoup, thank you very much.
Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by Kidney Plugged In. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, don't kidney around. Hit that subscribe button right now. It helps us out a ton. If you want to check out the next part in the series, click here. If you'd like to watch other inspiring and heartwarming patient stories, well then slide on over here. Cheers, and we'll see you next time on Kidney Plugged In.